Your banks, and I don't know if it'll be end of 2027 going into 2028, they are going to ask to start custodying your cryptocurrency. Institutional grade custody. There'll be another probably exchange that collapses, another black swan. And they'll also be your financial advisor who fudded you out of it will be like, hey, we'd like to put about 1% to 2% of your portfolio in Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum. They'll keep you in the top 4, the top 3, maybe Solana. So they'll make it part of your investment portfolio. And don't forget, guys, they took your 401k last year and created an executive order to pull your 401k into private credit and private equity. You better pay attention. So your banks will ask to custody your cryptocurrency. They're going to start asking you to invest into cryptocurrencies. Banks will be rewiring their whole system in distributed ledger technology, on-demand liquidity, ISO, messaging, all this stuff. So money will start to move at the speed of light. AI technology will start to make productivity extremely, extremely fast. What took 18 years will take 2 years, and 2 years, what took 2 years will take 2 months, and what took 2 months will take 2 minutes. So in the next 10 years, it's going to be unrecognizable. And the way that I picture it is imagine being in New York when it was flat. There was no buildings. And someone's like, this is getting crowded. Let's build up and put thousands of people in these buildings. And we invested in that real estate. So that's the way that I look at it. And I understand banking. I came from the banking sector. I understand payments. I understand distributed ledger technology. I understand infrastructure. I understand plumbing. I'm also a business owner and entrepreneur. So I understand infrastructure, systems, processes, SOPs, standard operating procedures, how to scale, things like that. So I understand efficiency. When I started looking at the system and I'm like, well, we're going to blockchain technology. We're going to need AI is going to need cryptocurrency. Which ones will actually run the system? So then when I figured out which ones I think will run the system, and I've told you guys my portfolio over and over and over again, then I built conviction. And then I realized that because the market's so thin and it's so early, it's going to be extremely volatile, and volatility is my gift. So when it's red, I buy good cryptos and good companies at a fair price. When it goes green, I pull profits out. This is what I do. So I go into C, cash flow. Everybody's telling you to go buy a business and start a company. It's difficult. I run 7 companies. It's not passive. It's not easy. Go buy a franchise, be working your butt off. What you can do though is you can get in things like dividend stocks, Warren Buffett style. I fell in love with dividend stocks. I run 7 companies actively. I can put money into dividend stocks and make passive income while I sleep. That's bad ass. So I put outside of my debts and non-negotiables, my income from my businesses, I put it into C, cash flow that makes money while I sleep. Dividend stocks. I put 10% of my income outside of debts and non-negotiables in dividend stocks. That gives me a pay raise every single week. So that income from my businesses, the income from my dividend stocks goes into A, assets, A that beat inflation. My top 3 assets personally are XRP, Bitcoin, and Solana. I hold other cryptos, but those are my top 3, the only 3 I'm accumulating. I have other assets like XXI, ABTC on the stock side. And yes, I'm buying the dip. The top 3 are XRP, Bitcoin, and Solana because I understand them at a deep level. But I'm not married to these. We're going to move Bitcoin over to protection, but XRP, Solana, my other cryptos, my other assets, is when they go into the bull market and skyrocket.